Alright guys, so now that we have some customers in our database, we can check those out by saying db.customers.find, and we'll add .pretty. Okay, so we have all these customers. Now let's say we want to update someone. Let's say Mike Williams. Let's say we want to update him to, let's change his last name. So we'll change his last name to Thompson. So if we say db.customers.update, now that's going to take in a query. So we're going to say where first name is Mike. Now usually you would do by the ID. You want to look for it by the ID because you don't want to update everybody with the first name of Mike. But just to keep it simple and not have to put all this stuff in the ID, we're just going to use first name. Now, if we go and we then say last name, and we wanted to change it to what? Mike Williams. I forget what I said I wanted to change it to. Let's say Hill. Okay, we want to change it to Hill. Now, if we run this, what it's going to do is it's going to look for this record, and then it's going to replace everything with just this. So he'll just have the last name Hill, and he won't have the first name Mike anymore. All right, so what we could do is we could also put the first name in here. So first name Mike, and if we run that, oh, what happened there? Invalid. Oh, the curly braces got messed up. We have 2 at the end here. Should actually be 1 right here. Okay, so now if we do a find and we look, and Mike Hill has been changed. But if we do it that way, we're going to have to, basically, if we don't want to change a bunch of fields, we're still going to have to enter them. So we can fix that by using something called set. So let's do custom db.customers.update, and again we're going to find the record where first name matches Mike. Okay, now in the second parameter, what we're going to do is put in some curly braces, and then we're going to put in money sign set, and then a colon, and then another set of curly braces, and then we're going to put last name Hill. Okay, so let's run that and then do a find, and now you can see Mike Hill, and we didn't have to put in the first name or any other fields. We could just put in the one we wanted to change as long as we use that set. Now if we wanted to add something to Mike, like let's say we wanted to add an occupation, then we could do that same set and then just add on to this. Alright, so let's say we want to add occupation, and let's say I don't know, bus driver. Okay, and let's say we also want to add let's add an age of, let's say, we'll say 48. Alright, so let's try and do that, and then we'll do db.customers.find, and let's say we want to find where first name equals Mike. Okay, actually let's do a .pretty. So now you can see that Mike now has an occupation of bus driver and the age of 48. So if you want to add fields to an existing record, you can do that as well with set. Now there's also some options you can use when you use update, and one of them is upsert. And what that means is that if you try to update something that's not actually there, should it insert it or not? So let's go ahead and try that. We're going to say db.customers.update. Alright, and let's say where name or first name is Beth. Alright, and then we want to just go and we want to do set, let's see, set curly brace, and we'll say last name Jonas, and age, we'll say 26. Alright, so let's see what happens if we just run this. We get 0 matched, 0 modified. Basically, it didn't do anything because it didn't find the first name of Beth. But if we go back and let's bring that query back and then go after this curly brace and put another parameter, this is going to be our options. So we want to set upsert, and we want to set that to true. And now let's run it, and you can see that there was none matched, but we did do the upsert. Okay, so now if we go and we do a find, there's Beth Jonas, age 26. Okay, so she got added even though she wasn't there because we used the upsert parameter, or the upsert option. Now, in addition to set, we also have unset. So let's say that for Mike Hill, he doesn't want his age shown anymore. So let's get rid of that age. So we'll say db.update, and we're going to say where first name is Mike, then we're going to say money sign unset. So we want to do unset and age 1. Okay, so let's, whoop, that's not right. It should be db.customers update. Because if we had more than one collection, it wouldn't know which collection we mean. Okay, so let's do a find again, and let's check out Mike Hill, and now he no longer has an age. Okay, so we can remove fields with unset. Okay, so let's move on to remove. So let's say we want to remove, we'll say Michelle Johnson. So we can say db dot customers dot remove. Now again, you'd usually use the object ID here, but just for simplicity, we're going to say first name Michelle. Alright, so let's run that. You can see n removed 1. So now if we do a find, you can see that Michelle is no longer there. So that's how we can remove entries. Now we can also remove by kind of like queries, I guess. So let's say we want to remove everybody that is older than 30. All right, and right here you can see that we have Bob, who's 36, and Beth, that's 26. So in this remove, inside the curly braces, let's say age. Excuse me. We'll say age colon, open up some other curly braces, and in here we're going to use the money sign GT, which is greater than, and we'll say greater than 30. All right, so now let's do a find all again, and notice that anybody that was over 30 is gone, and we still have Beth, who is 26. Okay. All right, so that is update and remove. And in the next section, we're going to take a look at embedded objects and arrays.